What up, it's Brandon here and welcome to the B-roll for my Laced NZ launch promo edit. If you haven't seen that edit yet, I'll link it up in the corner here. Make sure you watch it first. This video will spoil it. I set out to make a day edit to let you all know about the launch of Laced NZ. This is the 4th iteration of Laced. The big change here being that every Laced NZ product is stocked here in my apartment in New Zealand and shipped out by me. So just to really quickly take you through the new line of products I have, the shirt I'm wearing right now, this is the Colors tee. I designed this shirt to be a good luck charm for bringing good weather so you can skate more. I know a lot of you are stuck in winter right now. This shirt should definitely help you find some dry weather to skate, trust me. The other shirt is the Line tee. Now this tee is proven to help you land your longest line. You'll notice as soon as you put this on, you'll somehow be able to do more tricks in a row than you could before. It's crazy, it doesn't make any sense. And the final product is the Laced laces. I had so many comments of people telling me to make the Laced laces and they're finally here. It doesn't get much more meta than that. I'm gonna put this down so you don't hear the sound. Now the laces didn't come out exactly how I wanted, but I'll talk more about that later. Let's get into the skating. You've waited long enough. So at this stage I'm still injured, my feet still aren't recovered, they're not at 100%. So I set out to just make a short Instagram promo edit, something under a minute long. I had 2 clips in mind that I wanted to get. The first one being a line. Originally the line I wanted to get was a switch 3 Mizu to a regular 3 Mizu, but during the off-camera warm-ups I was doing a 270 back Royale to get the feel of the Switch 360 Mizu, and Slug said it looked better, so I ended up just going with that, and that's how we wound up here. See here, I thought I was happy with that clip, but as soon as I watched it back on the camera, I wasn't happy. I knew I had to do something different out of the 360 Mizu. I've done that trick too many times, so I wanted to do a rewind 180 out.
Poor fella.
Sorry, bro.
It doesn't look bad.
Nah, it's like pick kids.
Here I'm actually happy with the clip. I think it came out real nice. The 270 back Royale feels so good on the Aeons. I can't stress that enough. The groove on them is just so good. But anyway, I wanted to get a fisheye shot of the clip just so I had options for the edit. So we go try to do the same thing again but with a follow cam.
Good, bro.
I want to get it nice and close, bro.
Here my feet are starting to feel not so good, so I was kind of just going to go with whatever happens with the last trick. I would have been happy with that clip there, but the whole thing was out of focus, and it's because of this really annoying thing with my camera where if I have the fisheye filter on it, if you don't zoom right out, it just can't focus. It physically can't focus. So yeah, I had to go back out and refilm it. I'm so happy we filmed this line in fisheye because damn, I think it came out so good. It makes that 270 back Royale look so good, I think. The good thing about follow shots is it really makes you feel the speed a lot more than a standstill shot. Standstill shots make all tricks look quite slow. At this stage I knew I had to stop skating and start filming because my feet were definitely feeling that repetition there. I noticed that repetition is really what makes it hurt. If I just skate around and cruise around, I can last a lot longer, but if I really set out to do one trick, then it really takes its toll on my feet. The worst part is I didn't even use the straight angle shot in the edit in the end. And I kind of had that thought when we set out to refilm it in fisheye. I was like, there's almost never been a time where I've used a fisheye and a long shot in an edit, unless I'm really trying to buy time. It just doesn't work very well. But anyway, now it's Slug's turn to go get some clips. And of course, since this is Slug's local spot, he had so many ideas for clips, so it wasn't hard for us to get anything. And yes, that was first try. It's hard to make a B-roll series when Slug lands shit first try. Here, Slug had an idea for a good way to promo the shirt. It was to do a trick and then pan to the shirt. And that's what we set out to do.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's sick. I fucked that, eh? I fucked it.
Got that?
Sorry, bro.
Damn it, sorry, bro.
Sweet. Oh my fucking Christ.
I would have never even thought of filming that clip, and I'm so glad we did because I really feel like it added to the edit, especially when Slug gave me the idea to do this next clip.
Yeah, sick, yeah. Oh yeah, that's, you gotta hold that, bro. Yeah, lit.
So I definitely could have got the fish brain store here, especially with the massive sole plates on the Aeons, but Slug then suggested that I do a switch up, and I really liked the idea. And yeah, it happened first try, and man, I'm so stoked with this clip. I was cracking up as I roll away because I thought it was just absolutely ridiculous, but damn, this is such a cool clip. Shout out to Slug for suggesting that. My feet still didn't feel too good, so I kept filming Slug. He took me around the side of the spot that we're always at, and there are these perfect marble ledges, like absolutely perfect. They used to be capped, but now they're not capped. But anyway, Slug had some line ideas, the first one being this wall ride. For all three of these clips, I made Slug redo his trick even though he landed it first try every time, and that's just because I kept screwing up the filming. The camcorder I'm using here, it has a built-in stabilizer in it, and as good as it is for smoothing out shots, you don't need a tripod or anything. It can be hard to track and zoom things because you're fighting the stabilization, and I somehow still haven't mastered it. Slug's much better at it, but all of these shots didn't come out too good because I'd either over zoom or like completely miss him or zoom out too much. So yeah, there's a real skill to filming that I think is underappreciated all through blading. So shout out to all the filmers out there. I remember hearing in the Jump Street podcast that good skaters are generally really good filmers as well, which is really interesting, you know. Must mean I'm a shit skater.
Oh shit. You should keep filming me, and I'll either hit the middle edge or the last edge, depending on what my energy is. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
That line that Slug got, I think, is so dope. I used it as the ender because it was just so sick. I just love how he does that back royale in the middle, lands, and then it's like, screw it, I can do another back royale. Does another back royale with a switch up. I don't know, I really like that line. It's 100 miles an hour. It's very Slug, and he absolutely laced that. It was perfect for the end of the edit. So my feet were feeling a little bit better now, and I saw this cool shadow in the park, and I wanted to get a good shot to promo the laces, and that's what these shots are. Speaking of the laces, they didn't come out exactly how I wanted them to come out. There's a few things I'm pretty disappointed about that I want you to know about before buying them. The first thing I'm disappointed about is the fact that you can't lace these through your skates evenly if you want the word lace to sit right at the bottom of your skate, right where you lace it up. You have to put it in a little bit crooked for that to line up. That's something I didn't think I'd have to specify when ordering these laces, but now I know, I guess. The other thing I'm pretty disappointed about is the lace print on there can peel off. Other than that though, they came out looking dope. I'm really happy with how they look, and they are polyester, so they're super strong and they're waterproof and sweat resistant, so they should last you a long time. But you may start to see the lace wear off in all the stress areas like around the eyelids, but it will still look dope once it's laced up. Wherever it is laced up, it'll be fine. Okay, I just wanted you to know that. I've learned a lot from this first product, and I'm already excited to make laces 2.0. These ones will actually be hockey laces. I think I'm going to come out with a whole line of them, which should be cool. It makes sense that Laced NZ sells laces, right? So that should be out later this year sometime, probably a long time away, but stay tuned for that. If you want to help me make that, buy the laces now. I'd really appreciate it. It'll be linked in the description. But anyway, to finish off the day, I had one more trick sitting in my mind that I really wanted to get, and that was a full cab top horn. This is a trick I've only landed maybe like 3 times, and it was the smoothest trick I've ever done. I landed that last year. I put the clip up again because man, I'm so stoked with this clip. But I really wanted to land it again just to know that I could do it in the Aeons. But first, I had to land an alley-oop top horn. So this is a weird problem I've been having on the Aeons. I keep slipping out of top sides. When I do the alley top horn, it'll keep turning into like a back unity. I think this is just a combination of the fact that I have huge sole plates now compared to the M12s, and the fact that I'm quite hesitant on my feet since they don't feel 100%. I'm not really tweaking them as much as I normally would. So these 2 clips were the best they got, sadly. Obviously, I did keep going, even though my feet didn't feel good. I got way too close to landing this trick good to give up. I gave it so many more attempts. I'll fast forward it now, but I never got it, so it would be really boring to take you through it. The pressure of wanting to land it quicker so that I don't strain my feet too much, and also the fact that I was just running out of energy meant I couldn't get this clip. At the end, I was kind of just throwing it. I felt like I couldn't even land an alley-oop top horn if I just tried that. I got so close on the 3rd try though. That makes me so frustrated. Could have saved so much time if I just landed that one a bit smoother, you know. I really left this trick thinking I had absolutely no clip, but when I look back, the first one I did was just good enough for me to put in the edit. I'm definitely not too happy about it, but I mean, I slid it and came out, right? And I'm injured, okay? Always full of excuses. And that was the end of the session. I was pretty confident I had enough to make an edit. I thought I had more than enough, to be honest, and I was right. I ended up making it a proper edit for YouTube. I couldn't squish it down to a minute. Once again, if you haven't seen it, it's linked in the corner. But you've spoiled it, so you shouldn't have broken that rule. My feet were pretty sore at the end of the day, but they came back nicely just with a bit of rolling with this. ball. This ball has been my life savior recently. I'm getting some of those footprint insoles thanks to my sponsor Shred City Skates. I'm really hoping they make a big difference. I think having good arch support should help my feet a lot. And that just reminds me, there's a lot of things I forgot to mention in that 2020 roundup video I posted last week. Despite how long that video was, I missed so many things, it's crazy. But yeah, last year I became an ambassador for Shred City Skates, which is a dream I've had since I was a kid, to be a sponsored skater for a skate shop. So huge shout out to them. If you live in New Zealand and you need rollerblade products, we have a skate shop now. Check out Shred City Skates, they're amazing. And there's another update on how I'm feeling about the USD Aeons. I absolutely love these skates. I'm telling you, they feel really good. I feel like I can just do more tricks. I mean, I've only had 2 sessions in it and I've landed one of my best tricks, the full cab top one. I mean, I didn't land it good, but I mean, I landed it. And I definitely think I could get it down with some practice. If you caught me on the Back to Blading podcast, check that out if you haven't seen it as well. Law reckons I'm going to get bored of these skates because there's not much you can change about them. And that's really been sticking in my head. But at this stage, I'm so happy on these skates. I definitely recommend the USD Aeon Basic 2, especially if you're a beginner or if you're just trying to get into skating flat. They're definitely a really good option. But anyway, I'll give it a few more sessions and then I'll do a full-on review for it. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe to see that. If you want to really help me out and get something in return, you should go shop at Laced NZ, my clothing store. I'll link it in the description. Go grab a shirt or something. I'd really appreciate it. I wouldn't muck around though, because some sizes are getting quite low in stock, so you might miss out. Once the designs I talked about today are gone, they're gone forever. I'm not restocking them. So if you like it, I wouldn't muck around. Thank you so much to everyone who has already ordered, and also a huge thank you to James and the rest of my patrons and members, and of course you for watching, especially if you're still here right now. And yeah, I guess I'll see you next week. Peace out.